coming up for Saturday?
A handful. So far, only one's been used.
What was that conversation like with them putting that on your radar, just with everything that happened to Barrett?
I think it was Thursday morning. Yeah. I think it was either Thursday morning or Wednesday morning. T9 actually just texted us like this old video of the same play that we ran, and we were kind of joking around. He's like, "Nope, that's you and Judy." I said, "Okay." So we went out there, ran it like once or twice, and then called it good. Looked good. We were excited to run it in the game. It was a lot of fun going out there and getting the block for a touchdown.
Coach Rule talked about the championship mindset he thought you guys had. What's the key to carrying that forward, and what have you seen from guys as you start to try to do that this week?
Well, I think the standard was, met or set even higher on Saturday. And what's great is that everyone now gets to see that standard. And everyone knows what it takes on during the week in practice to get to that type of preparation for the game. I mean, the offensive coaches this is the first time the offensive coaches came to us, or our coaches, saying, "Hey man, those defensive guys on scout were freaking flying around today, making plays," and just being aggressive and getting them better and better. And the same thing, I mean, our scout offense has done a great job all year, getting us ready. I think that's why we've been pretty dominant on defense. And you just got to continue to try to exceed that standard every practice, every day.
As a guy from old Pac-12 country, what's been your experience with UCLA and I guess with this team in particular? What do you see from their offense?
Yeah, Pac-12 is good football. I know when I would break it down, in high school, they were more of like a passing league type of deal. But yeah, no, their offense, they got good running backs, good tight ends. They got a good front. QBs are both mobile and can throw the ball as well. Got great vision. I'm excited to go more in depth. This morning we got to kind of learn a little bit of their tendencies and kind of start to go into depth about them. So that's what today will be about, to learn a little bit more.
When Jamari's playing like he did Saturday, and even MJ, how different is his front look, especially if you're playing a team that had one of the best rosters in college football last week?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, when those two decide to play the way they played, who's going to block who, right? I mean, if you don't worry about, the interior guys, then you got, you leave the edge guys to be vulnerable. But if you worry about the edge guys, then you leave the interior to be vulnerable type of deal. So it's just, I think, goes to show how, it's slash and attack type of deal that can happen, especially when we're all, playing the way that we played on Saturday.
What is the key, Ty, to living up to that standard, to picking up where you left off on a week-by-week basis?
It's the locker room. It's the guys, it's just older guys, but it's also, everybody in that locker room, making sure that, even myself as an older guy, like I've told the younger guys, like, I hope you would get on me if I'm not, holding the standard or meeting the standard, the same way I would get on you, because I'm not doing it out of spite. I'm not doing it because, I enjoy it or I'm angry. I do it because I love you and I want you to get better, and I want you, to produce for this team so you can go on and, have a better career than I did here. And I think we're finally starting to see the tipping point of this team going in these last 4 games.
How do you use that mentality knowing, like, outside of the team, fans are thinking about that 6th win, getting to a bowl game, these kind of external goals too that are obviously within the team, but how do you maybe stay focused over this next month, knowing there's a lot of outside pressure, but you have that internal pressure too to meet the goals that you have as well?
Yeah, we know it's important to get that 6th win. And, I think, we all want the same thing. But to answer your question, how we're going to keep that mentality is just focusing on one game, and not trying to jump ahead in the weeks or, overlooking, an opponent or that type of deal. That kind of already happened to us this year. And, and that starts this week. So I'm going to treat, the same great game preparation I did for last week against Ohio State, against the UCLA Bruins. And I know the rest of the guys are going to do that as well. And it just comes down to, one-on-ones, our 11 guys going out there and competing against their 11 guys.
Caesar Wright was just in here. He seems like he has a really joyful personality. How have you seen him just blend in to do what he's done in a short amount of time, really.
Yeah, no, Sierra was really quiet when he first got here, but as he's come out of his shell, I'm kind of giving the nickname Hollywood because, just kind of jab him a little bit. But to finally see him, become part of the guys, part of our group, and then just excel and show that he's supposed to be out there on that field making big plays and showing up on game day.
What did you learn last year from the Michigan State loss that you can carry into this year, going against a team whose record doesn't tell the entire story?
What's dangerous about this game is like UCLA has nothing to lose compared to as we were last year against Michigan State, trying to get that 6-game win. So there's a lot of things that we've learned. Basically, kind of what I said earlier is just focusing on them, making sure we learn everything we can about them, that game preparation, and going out there and not really playing their record, but playing them as the men they are, as the guys they are, and as the team they are.
Hey Ty, what have you seen from Willis? He got in the backfield, caused the fumble.
Yeah, I know. He's the only one to have 2 sack fumbles, which is awesome. I've been probably the hardest one on Willis this past fall camp and season, just because I know how great he's going to be as a player, and I kind of want to get that mental toughness or kind of the idea before I get out of here, that he can carry on throughout his career here. I'm just super excited for him. I'm so happy that he was able to go out there and produce like that for our team.
Anything else for Ty?